everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're tackling a topic that's really got people talking: AI compliance. Specifically, we're doing a deep dive into this article, The Importance of AI Compliance for Enterprises, a guide for C-level executives.
Yeah, it's a pretty crucial subject, especially with AI becoming so central to, well, everything these days.
Absolutely. This article really zeroes in on why AI compliance is so essential for businesses, especially for those calling the shots in the C-suite.
Right, it's not just a tech concern anymore, is it? It's about good governance across the board.
Exactly. And the article really drives that point home, emphasizing how crucial it is to prevent those big AI headaches we hear about: data breaches, regulatory nightmares, things that can really hurt a company's bottom line.
And it's interesting, the article points out that a lot of companies are already seeing the benefits of AI when it comes to managing risk, right? I mean, almost half of the executives they surveyed said AI was a big help on that front. But then, on the flip side,
There's always a flip side.
right, about 20% of those same execs said they'd run into problems because of AI-driven decisions. So it's like, it's great if it works, but if it backfires.
You better have a plan.
Exactly. You need those safeguards in place from day one.
Speaking of safeguards, the article talks about this concept of responsible AI. I'm curious, what does that actually look like in practice?
So responsible AI, it's all about ensuring your AI systems are ethical, transparent, accountable.
Yeah.
They're not creating or perpetuating biases.
That's fair.
Exactly. And to get there, the article recommends, well, a few things. For starters, you need a rock-solid governance framework. Then there's the issue of bias, which, let's be honest, can sneak in even with the best intentions. You need a way to assess that, root it out.
Thorough inspection.
Exactly. And they also propose this really interesting idea, an AI ethics review board. Basically, a dedicated team whose sole focus is keeping your AI in check ethically.
I like that a lot, like an AI conscience for the company. Now, one thing that really struck me in this article is how AI can completely transform risk management. It's not just about reacting to problems after they happen. It's about anticipating and preventing them.
Predictive risk management, yeah. It's a game changer.
It really is. And the article gives a compelling example. Imagine you're in financial services. An AI system could be analyzing transactions in real time, flagging anything suspicious instantly. You're not dealing with a breach after the fact. You're stopping it before it even happens.
It's like having a security guard who can see the future. And the best part is, this proactive approach isn't just good ethics, it's good business. Gartner predicts that using AI for compliance could significantly cut costs, like 30% or more.
Wow, that's huge. But of course, with all this talk about AI and data, we have to address the elephant in the room: data security.
Right, and the article doesn't shy away from that at all. They actually cite a rather startling statistic: a 62% increase in breaches linked to AI misuse.
Okay, that's a bit unnerving. So how do we walk that tightrope, leveraging AI's power without compromising sensitive information?
Well, the article highlights a few key strategies. First, there's this idea of prioritizing on-premise AI models. Essentially, keeping your AI systems within your own servers rather than relying solely on cloud-based solutions. More control, less risk.
Makes sense.
They also recommend exploring custom-built AI tools, something tailored to your specific needs and security requirements.
Right, because one size doesn't fit all, especially when it comes to something as important as data security. And speaking of things that are constantly evolving, let's not forget about the regulatory landscape surrounding AI. It feels like there's a new rulebook every other week.
It definitely keeps you on your toes. And the article stresses that burying your head in the sand is not an option. Those penalties for noncompliance are nothing to sneeze at.
Definitely not. So how do companies stay ahead of the curve with these ever-changing regulations?
The article suggests establishing an AI governance council. You could think of them as the internal watchdog for all things AI, making sure the company is using this technology ethically and legally.
I love that. Now, we've talked about the importance of custom AI solutions, and I think it's worth diving a little deeper into why they might be a better fit for some companies compared to off-the-shelf options.
It all comes down to control and customization, right? Off-the-shelf works for some things, but when it comes to AI, especially with all the compliance requirements, you need a system that fits like a glove. That's like tailoring a suit. You're not going to get the same fit with something off the rack.
Exactly. It needs to be perfect.
Yeah.
And to manage all of this effectively, this whole ecosystem of responsible AI, the article really advocates for a centralized approach to governance, ideally through that AI governance council we discussed.
Makes sense, right? Centralization equals accountability. You've got one team overseeing all AI projects, ensuring they're all singing from the same hymn sheet when it comes to ethical guidelines and those constantly evolving regulations.
Consistency. And it all circles back to building ethical AI, which I feel like is the underlying theme here.
It's the heart of it all.
Absolutely. And the article reminds us that even with the best of intentions, AI systems can inherit human biases, leading to unfair or even harmful outcomes. We're all a product of our experiences, and AI is no different.
It's true. And that's why the article emphasizes continuous monitoring. It's not a one-and-done situation. Regularly auditing AI systems to identify and correct those biases is crucial.
It's an ongoing process, so much to consider. This has been a fascinating deep dive, and I hope our listeners are walking away with a better understanding of just how multifaceted AI compliance really is. We've covered the importance of responsible AI, its potential to revolutionize risk management, those crucial data security considerations.
And let's not forget that ever-changing regulatory landscape.
Right. And through it all, the key takeaway is this. AI compliance isn't just a box to tick. It's about building a responsible, ethical, and sustainable future for AI that benefits everyone.